After a few days off, I drove over to Southport. I had achieved a lot during those days off, including van repairs, mainly a new clutch master slave, and also solving one or two leisure battery issues and buying a new battery charger. Right, well, I've just got off the bus that didn't actually go into Tarleton, which surprised me, and instead of getting off at the stop that I should have done, I've had to stay on the bus for about an extra mile and a half, maybe 2 miles, which is a bit disappointing, but it's nice to be back on the road again. I've had a brilliant weekend, loved every minute of it. I feel quite refreshed, and it was lovely to see Sam and Rick and Ilsa, and now I'm going to head back for Southport. I've sat down and worked out the next few days, and there's going to be a lot of this road walking involved in this, I'm afraid. So it's going to be a bit like last week, where there's not a lot to see at all apart from this kind of traffic which you can hear passing, and that's why I'm wearing my headphones with some quite loud music, because it just drowns out the sound of the traffic, which can be quite wearing. Well, I've been walking for exactly an hour, so I've covered about 3 miles, so I've got about 7 to go, and this should set me up nicely. Nice big breakfast, and I really enjoy my breakfast now. This will keep me going until tea time, and I'm out tonight watching the football, so it's unlikely I'll eat anything else. But at the price and the kind of fuel value, it's well worth every penny.
A sparkling rosé. Does anyone like sparkling rosé?
No. This is Brian, who is the owner of this bar.
Hi, you okay?
I never expected to come into a place on a Monday night in Southport, and it's like a divided kind of audience, really, because we've got wine tasters at one end and football fans at the other. And you never expected this either, did you, really?
No, when we actually organised the wine tasting, the football fixtures weren't out, the World Cup fixtures weren't out, so... And then I realised maybe last week, England are playing tonight, and we've got a wine tasting on, and we've got the football on as well. So that was quite interesting tonight, but yeah. It's all good.
I mean, I've been sat at this table, I've got my own TV set, really. and okay, so the one...
That was only actually installed the day of the Champions League final, when Liverpool got through to the Champions League. We put that one in there for everyone that was sat there. So it's not going anywhere now, it's staying there.
Well, I think it's a great plan, actually, especially, if England progress. I mean, I think the next game's on Sunday afternoon or something like that.
Yeah, it's Sunday afternoon, yeah.
So how long have you been here, Brian?
4 years in July.
Right.
So yeah, 4 years in July, 5th of July, we'll have been here 4 years. So.
Right. Well, it's a lovely bar, isn't it? I mean, you know, I would imagine, you know, on a Saturday night it's buzzing.
Yeah, it's obviously Monday night's probably what they call a graveyard shift, but yeah, towards the end of the week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it gets quite busy. So, but it's nice to do like wine tasting on a Monday night because it's the quietest night. You get more people in. Southport is very quiet on a Monday, so it's great to be busy on a Monday night.
So what's your background?
Mostly drinks business for a long time. Yeah. I decided probably 5 years ago that I didn't want to work for, I didn't want to work for anyone else. Didn't want to work for a big company anymore. I wanted to do this. So.
Yeah,
really good.
Yeah, well, you've done a great job, mate.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And when I say I've watched you all night, you're really in control of your own situation. And
you've got to be though, because no one else is going to do it.
If you're going to be, exactly. if you're going to be successful.
Exactly. Yeah, it's been a lot of hard work the last 4 years, but we have got a regular customer base now, and we're a little independent bar, so it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Then we've got good staff as well, and people enjoy coming to the bar because of the atmosphere, and yeah, it's just nice. It's what bars should be.
And you're just the right man for the job, Brian. You've really done a great job. You've really done a good job. It's been a pleasure meeting you, mate.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Morning. It's Tuesday the 19th of June and I'm making an early start this morning, heading towards Liverpool, and I want to get as far into Liverpool as I can. It's only 7:15 and it's a beautiful morning. There's nice bright sunshine, not many clouds, and it's quite a relief actually, because as you saw, it was raining quite heavy last night when I was watching the football, but that soon ended. The football was a strange experience. I've never been to a pub where they've had a wine tasting and cheese and stuff at one end of the place and football fans at the other, although there wasn't many football fans. But it was a very nice little place, a very nice guy who running the place, and got talking to one or two other people. But as I say, today I'm on a real mission today to try and get some big miles done today. Liverpool, I've studied the map at length, and my plan is to get as far into Liverpool as I possibly can today, and with a view to probably staying an extra night here. And then if I can get to the ferry across the Mersey, that one, then I think I can cross the ferry to Birkenhead, get the ferry back. So in other words, that's part of the walk, and then I need to drive the van through the Mersey Tunnel to Birkenhead and then head for New Brighton, where there's a campsite. It depends how far I get today really, as to whether I attempt that or have one more night at this campsite, because it's a very nice campsite, and I've got mains hookup, I've got my battery problems solved. The battery charger that I bought is brilliant. I've now got 13.24 volts in it, which is better than the 11.7 that I had, where it had got discharged, and that's dangerous for the computers, as I've already explained. So here I go, and this is just heading towards Liverpool. Well, it's 8:45 now, and I've just put in 6 miles non-stop in the last 2 hours on the dual carriageway, and it had to be done. But I've got now, I'm not far from some local shops here at Formby, and I'm not sure whether it's Formby or Crosby actually, I think it's Formby. And I'm going to stop and have a half-hour break, have some breakfast, nice cup of tea, and I'll press on. So I've made a good start really. I think it's going to be pushing it far too hard to expect to get right into the heart of Liverpool. But I've sort of set my target for today to get just as far as I possibly can, which will just make it so much easier for tomorrow. The other thing as well is I need to make a decision as to whether I'm staying on this campsite for one more night. It depends how far I get. So, at least I'm away from all that heavy traffic, which is to be expected at this time in the morning, near a place like Liverpool where there's a lot of people. So, I'm doing okay. It's amazing how things happen, isn't it? As I came into Hightown, I was hoping I might find a cafe or a garage or a pub or something to refresh my water supply, because I haven't really come across many places over the last few miles. So I called in at the church hall where they're having a quiz. I don't know, maybe about 30-40 people, and they've not only made me a cup of tea, they've topped up my water for me and told me about the new coastal path which takes you along towards Liverpool, which is not marked on the Ordnance Survey map yet, and it's brand new. I'll show you the surface look. So this is going to save me miles, and it comes out, it goes right along the coast as far as I can go, which is absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. just after 1 o'clock on Wednesday the 20th of June, and happy birthday to my grandson Max, and I'll be giving him a call later. I'm in the district of Waterloo, which is where I finished yesterday by catching a train from Waterloo into Southport. And it's a bit of a late start today, and the reason for that was it was raining quite hard this morning. So I decided that because I've only got maybe 5 or 6 miles to walk into Liverpool, into the centre, it might be less than that hopefully, and then I'm going to do a ferry crossing on the ferry across the Mersey that was made famous by Jerry and the Pacemakers back in the 60s. And so I've got to walk now along the main roads into Liverpool. So I'm not too disappointed that I'm in a built-up area and sheltered from the wind, because it's quite a stiff breeze today and it looks as if it could rain again any minute. But that should be okay. I'm not worried about that. I've got all my waterproofs and stuff. And sad to say goodbye to Southport, actually. I rather liked Southport. There were some very nice people on the campsite that I was talking to, and one guy came and knocked on my van this morning and said, I've just been watching your walk around Whitby and up the coast, you know. And he was very interesting man, and he lived in Bury St Edmunds, and he came round to the van last night to see if I fancied a beer round at his caravan about 8 o'clock, and I was fast asleep by then, and I had a great night's sleep. Put in a big day yesterday. I think I walked close to 40,000 steps yesterday, and I was very tired halfway through the day, and I'm quite surprised that I got that far. And today, once I've been over the ferries, I'll get a train back from Liverpool station to Waterloo, where I am now, and then I'll take the van through the Mersey Tunnel and over onto the Wirral and head for New Brighton or Wallasey. I think there's a couple of campsites. And looking on the map, the Wirral isn't that big at all actually, so I shouldn't have any problem finding my way around. I've just enjoyed a big breakfast at Morrison's, and it's settling into a routine now. I really think this is the way to do it. Have a really good breakfast, and that sorts you out for the day. And it might be around about 1,000 calories, but that's about all I'm eating at the moment in a day. So it seems a good idea to fill your tank up with fuel and let it run out by the end of the day. So here we go, Liverpool. Quarter to 3 now. The weather's brightened up. Doesn't look like rain like it did earlier, which is good. This is really industrial, as you can imagine, walking along the side of a Liverpool dock. Loads of trucks all queuing up for the grain mill, and there's all the scrap metal works and everything. It all looks a bit of a mess, but again, it's kind of restricted to the dock area, and it's what you would expect of a port with a population in Liverpool around about 2 million people. So you can see that there's a lot of prosperity. I mean, times have changed obviously, and the methods of docking and containerisation and all that kind of stuff, but it's certainly a very active place, and Where there's muck, there's brass.